Came to me in the dream night. You came to me in my dream sight. I had a vision of the light. You came to me in the nightlight. I wandered lost in the miasma darkness.
Welcome to Music Craft, an illimitable, fantastic sound wave show today. Music, rock to the cosmos. We are going to take you to the cosmic sounds. And I have with me two fine musical masters of the harmonies. And the first, I'd like to introduce you to Mickey Fantasy, the Fantasyman.
Greetings, companions of the night. Tonight, we have an exploration into the organ of the logos, of the inner sphere, of the ionosphere, of the higher sphere, of the musical sphere of the ages. Rock to the cosmos, in which we explore the singular harmonics of the sound waves of the organ, of the affectation of the cosmic vibrations upon the sympathetic elemental mentation with today's special guest and musician extraordinaire, Constantine.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here with my cosmic siblings.
Yes, my brother.
So I'm looking forward to taking this trip.
Yes, Constantine.
Yes.
Explore your secular musical philosophy with our viewers.
For me, music has always been about community. It's always been a way to bring people together, to create friendships, to create experiences. And for me, it's just been a foundation, a pillar in my life. You know, it's helped me get through many different periods and points in my own life. So it's so super important to me. I mean, it's sacred, you know.
Would you say that music is the pulsation of the biosphere of your bloodstream?
Absolutely. I mean, we're naturally musical creatures.
You sing and swing the mysticism of the elementary waves and tintinnabulations of the elemental mentation of your musical harmonic within the cacophony of the universal id. As a musician, what do you, Constantine, prescribe to have as an effect on the listener?
The effect that I think is important is to open up a space, to dissolve the boundaries, to dissolve the borders that have been set upon us by society, and to have a place to really be free, to truly be ourselves and to be free with other people in our creativity and the way that we express ourselves. I think that's one of the most important functions. And I especially experienced that with rock music specifically. That's always been a passion of mine from a young age. And I just can't even begin to describe the friendships and the great moments that I've had having that as part of my life.
So music to you promulgates your propulsion to transcend the ordinary and arrive at the extraordinary.
Absolutely.
To supersede the mundane, the mendacious, to reach within the mysterious universe of self, creativity, and manifestation.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a divine communion, you know?
Yes.
It's an absolute divine communion. When you're in that zone, when you're engaged, when you're feeling the music, whether you're playing it or you're feeling it, it brings you to that zone, you
Yes.
know? It brings you to that zone. You transcend yourself, you transcend the limits that have been placed before you, and that freedom and that ecstasy is, I mean, it's really beyond anything that can even be described. You
Yes. Dream Dancer,
Yes.
speak to our audience of your own harmonics.
Well, my musical journey is immersing myself in music along with my art to the extent where I didn't know if I wanted to go to the music only or the visual arts only, and I've learned to incorporate them as a multidimensional artist. And today, of course, we're highlighting Constantine and his journey musically through life, and what brought you to this place in your life now. Where do you feel that the journey has the roadway of your journey? Has there been turns? Has there been forks in the road, choices to make? And do you feel you're at a certain different level or plateau right now?
Absolutely. I started out being a huge fan of music. I was very young. I lived with an extended Greek family, and my uncle was into 80s new wave. That was a really big part of his record collection. So as a very young child, I used to love to put the albums on, listen to Soft Cell, Devo, Dead or Alive, groups like that. And eventually I got a hold of a 4-track, started making my own music in my late teens. And then I started doing the whole band thing. And as I stated before, one of the greatest things to come out of music for me have been the friendships, and the community that, was built over the years, just going to shows and hanging out with people, talking music. There was always this sense of feeling like an outsider growing up. And music seemed to connect me with other outsiders, and little by little a community was created, friendships that have lasted years, laughter and experiences that could not even have been imagined. So that's really the joy and the wonder that I've attained through music. But as far as styles and experimentation, that's also been a big part of it as well. So
The tribal effect.
yeah, the tribal effect. I mean, I think that's the real joy.
The gestalt.
Exactly.
Multi-generational.
Yeah, multi-generational.
Can we put on
Would would you please give the title of your?
This is called When Man Becomes Wolf, and I did this with my band Where. The drummer, Grace, actually directed the video, and my guitarist Guzzo, also in the video. I'm playing bass and singing.
the B-roll,
Okay.
please?
All right.
real cosmic journey into the etheros of the dark dominion.
That's right.
Yes.
People at the we did that near the cloisters over there at the park.
Yes.
When they saw us drawing out a giant pentagram with a bag of flowers, they're like, "What the
Yes.
hell are these guys doing?" But hey, you gotta
Ca-
do what you gotta do,
Casting a
right?
spell upon the cosmic universe to unify the ether.
It's a great beat, really.
Yes.
Very excellent video.
I like your group.
Thanks. Yeah, no, it's a, there's a chemistry, and again, the foundation is it's a friendship. We're all really great friends behind the scenes, and it just makes for great music. And we love to hang out together and laugh and joke. So it's beyond the studio. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's a special connection that we have.
Music has real power.
Absolutely.
It can assault your senses. It can caress your soul.
It's the highs and the lows too. It's you have those really great moments, those epic, legendary moments, then you have those disasters.
Yes.
You're like, oh my God, I got to buy a ticket out of New York.
The
I had a lot of those,
Yeah,
believe
sure.
me.
The
You know what I
sacred
mean?
and the profane.
That's right. That's
yes.
right. But that's the way it is, and that's part of the magic. You
The
got to ride the
duality.
roller coaster, the yin and the yang.
Yes.
I like the way the visual was poignant with the music, and
Yes, again, that was
it was very good.
Grace, our
Grace,
drummer.
yeah.
She did a wonderful
Excellent.
job, and
Yeah.
she's
Very
a
talented.
yeah, she's a filmmaker. and,
Very beautiful.
She had a vision. Yes, stunning. She had a vision, and she really took her time and crafted something
Yes.
of quality.
An integrated artist.
Yes,
Not
exactly.
just a pretty face.
Exactly.
And the guitars were a great wall of sound.
Yeah, I mean,
with the drum was fantastic.
Guzzo is
Guzzo is the best.
he's the best, and he's one of the best guitarists. Probably one of my favorite guitarists.
Yes.
And he's a painter
Yes.
with the guitar.
He
he
paints
brings
with the
his-
sounds.
He brings that ability to
The patina and coloratura of the sound and the affect and effect and the assault upon the senses of the sensitive soul stuff of humanity.
Exactly. So, and the wonderful thing is we have a new member. His name is Angelo, and he's another one. He does the keys, he programs samples, and another great friend. And I mean, the guy does wonders. So it's just a wonderful thing, and
Yes.
I'm just blessed to have great friends and be able to have that space to create and to share that and to be a part of that,
It's
Yeah.
a beautiful endeavor.
Yep.
You're a man of many talents.
Thank you.
And
Sometimes,
people
yeah.
could find that on YouTube.
Yeah, you can find that on YouTube. Look up Where, WER, as in werewolf, right?
And you have I've seen a few other of your videos on YouTube.
Yeah, we have, like I said, I've been doing this for many years, and I've done a lot of different videos and been in different bands, so there's definitely a record, a criminal record,
Yes, an
But,
archive, a collection.
So
That's
you go
right.
to WER and they'll find
Yeah, you
your work.
can find some of the
That's great.
videos, and we just had a show recently, so there will be some clips up from that show at the Delancey, which was a lot of fun. Chaotic, but a lot of fun.
So you're out and about.
I'm out and about, that's right, like a demon-possessed bulldozer.
Yeah, spread the wings and fly like an eagle.
And
That's
you
right.
wrote that song.
Yes, I wrote
I
that
like
song.
the lyrics.
Thank you. That's when man becomes wolf, and it's those moments where we just transform, and turn into
Would
that
you-
bestial side of our nature.
Would you call it musically genetic engineering?
That's right. Definitely. Absolutely.
Yes.
That's right.
Where the X chromosome transcends the Y?
I would
Something
say
like-
that definitely.
Something like that must spark.
Yes.
The chromosomes are in the mosh pit,
Yes.
bouncing off each other.
The elementary circuity of the viscosity, of the liquidity, of the within and without, meshing and melding, the transfixation of the savage beast within, the secular saint of the gospel of humanity, and the cacophony of madness, chaos, and the crusader.
That's right.
At the cloisters.
That's right, at the cloisters.
Yes,
But,
kept everything in balance, in
Yeah.
check.
I mean, it's a magical feeling. You're basically, it's like you're wielding lightning. You know, it's coming
Yes.
through the electricity. It's coming through your instrument. It's like
Yeah, you
you're
can
like
see,
Zeus,
you can see
you know?
that. You can see
Thunderbolts
Throwing-
of sound,
exactly. You're throwing the thunder out there. You know, it's a magical feeling, and
gargantuan,
it's absolutely
gigantopus.
epic, mythological, and archetypal
Yes,
on a level that is beyond my humanity to even
So
capture.
Zeus was musical.
Well,
Had to have been then.
well, in a sense, it was more Apollo was more of the music. You know, was the music and poetry, and he represented the more of that you know, as a sun god, that intellectual order and structure that's inherent in those.
The mathematics.
But there's also but the rock star was Dionysus, you know, because he was all
Yeah.
about the wine
Yeah.
and the madness and the frenzy, and they would all have the rituals, and the satyrs would come, and Pan's playing the pipes, and the maenads would show up, and they'd tear people limb from limb, you know.
That was part of the party, the wine.
Well, it was like Orpheus, you know, Orpheus, Pentheus, these figures that were, you know, ravaged. I mean, Dionysus as the god of wine, that's how everybody knows him, as the god of wine, but he's really the god of ecstasy and madness.
And
So he's the one that dissolves the boundaries and the borders. You know, it's a very, it's a very dark, a dark figure, in the sense that, I mean, it's like alcohol. You know, alcohol on one hand is used to represent the blood of Jesus, but on the other hand, alcohol can bring out the most savage aspects of a man's nature. You know, so Dionysus encapsulate these two possibilities within a human being. And I think that's a big part of rock and roll, you know, rock music. It's, you know, there's that thing where it's the instruments, it's the members, it's, you know, that stage. But then there's that other side where it's that fast living and, you know, that altered state of consciousness and being. And I mean, this is archetypal, it's mythological, you know, and it's right here, and it's right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yes.
leave it to the Greeks to realize that archetype.
Well, yeah, you know,
that,
it's like the
that
continuation.
comes up into our
you know?
world.
Yeah, I mean, it's something from the earliest days of man, you know, traveled through the cultures, different faces and different names, you know. You look at the East and the Near East from Egypt, you know, Greece. I mean, these are the gods, you know, they're constantly traveling and transforming and becoming, taking on new names, new faces, and just when people think they got the grasp, it transforms into something else, you know, it becomes. But I think the arts is a way to channel that and to experience that divinity that allows us to transcend our own human nature into something beyond what we know and experience.
So what we can garner out of music, it's a trinity of mind, body, and spirit, within and without, the effect of the sound waves of the instrument, the lyrical waves of the singer, and the melding of the various drums, bass, piano, guitar, harmonica, wind chimes, as they mix and commingle an admixture of energy, spirit, elemental vibration, harmony, and the unity of the many to the few. As the sound waves from the various instruments become a harmonic of one cacophony of sound.
Amen to that.
Yes, as the Music Man, speak to our audience why they should sing and swing.
It's a way to free your spirit, you know. It's a way to free your spirit, to express yourself, to again build a community. I mean, I think it's an inherent part of being a human being, and it's something that goes back to the earliest days of humankind. You know, there's always been song, dance, music, and it's in your soul, it's in your spirit, and you should feel it.
So in other words, it's precognitive.
Absolutely.
It's preconscious.
Absolutely.
It's prescient.
And necessary for our times now that we express ourselves thusly, so we can get out all of the emotions, and some positive, some not positive, through that are built up through society. And it's like when the cork from the bottle pops open like a champagne. And let's get out that music, let's do more of it and express ourselves this way, in gentle music, in rock, in any kind of cacophony, and just while we express, we come together and we harmonize, because we at least there's an outlet for it, and it's a positive outlet, and it's a musical one, and we need more of this in our society.
Speak to us, O Cosmic One! Give us the rhythm, the vibes, the waves,
The melody,
the emotion, the harmonics, the cacophony. Sup!
Sing,
Hop, 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 hop.
swing.
A word of adieu. A word of farewell.
Fare thee well.
Until next time.
Be true to you.
Ride the wave.
Be strong.
Shock the dream.
Be expressive.
Take me
Be
to the
creative.
harbor.
Woo, you can do it.
Whoop.
Share with your friends.
Whoop.
Rock hard, ride free.
You came to me in the dream night. You came to me in my dream sight. I had a vision of the light. You came to me in the nightlight. I wandered lost in the miasma darkness. I wandered far, I wandered further. But you came to me in the dream light. You came to me, and everything was alright. Dreams are a vision up on high. Dreams are a vision, it's the sky. You came to me in a moment of darkness. You came to me, set my heart alight. Dreams are a vision.